Hello everyone, welcome to Australia and welcome to Australian Book Travels. We're on our Christmas theme at the moment. In the lead up to Christmas, I'm very excited. And so I want to show you a few books that you can either read for Christmas or read around Christmas time, or give as Christmas gifts, or put on your wish list as a Christmas gift to yourself, or buy it yourself. It's exciting. So the first few that I want to show you today are all Australian authors. Rooting for Australia, that's what we're doing. This book I bought a couple of years ago. It is The Shrieking Skull by James Skip Bulley. I bought it from a bookshop in Tasmania who very kindly, when I buy books from them, they send them over to me. And the bookshop is Cracked and Spineless in Hobart. So this, The Shrieking Skull, James Skip Bulley was actually an Englishman, but he came to Australia in the early 1800s. And I'm not sure whether he studied here in law or whether he studied in England. Either way, he was a solicitor. And unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, there was a little bit of scandal with poor old James. And so he lost his career in law and subsequently began writing. He began writing crime and horror, all the spooky stuff, thankfully. And this is a collection of his books. Unfortunately for him, there was a little bit of a scandal in his writing career as well, but we'll forgive him that. We'll just pop that to the side for a minute, because these are really good stories. They're fun, they're spooky, and they are set in Victorian times, because I think James passed away in the early 1900s, maybe before 1910 or something like that. But they're really good stories. I've read them. I bought it a couple of years ago, but I did only get to read it this year when I began my Christmas reading in November, on November the 1st. So very good book. I recommend it. Now, I'm really excited about this, to tell you about this actually. Another Australian, Fiona Britton, and this is Violet Kelly and the Jade Owl. Beautiful cover. I was drawn in by the cover. I absolutely love it. But never judge a book by its cover, as they say. This is a great read, but it looks rather cheeky and sweet, which the book is. However, I will warn you, the first chapter or two are just fractionally raunchy, just a little raunchy. It's not as innocent as the cover is making it out to be. It is a great read. It really is a great read, but I just wanted to warn you that the first chapter or two may have some things that may raise your eyebrows, but it's great. It's there's action, there's a bit of mystery, it's set in Sydney in Australia in the 1930s. So cheeky, yeah, a little bit raunchy. It's fun, really fun read. I recommend it. Recommend it as a Christmas gift, or put it on your Christmas wish list for yourself. Or not really a Christmas read, but gosh, you know, it doesn't matter what you read, does it really now? So at Christmas, so I would recommend that. Now, one of my favourite, I'm going to just explain this a little bit. This is a recent novel by Shankari Chandran. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She is a Tamil Australian. This book, Chai Time at Cinnamon Gardens, won the Miles Franklin Award this year in 2023. I absolutely loved this book. Now, I'm going to put it out there. Many may disagree, but I'm going to put out there what I think. I am a Charles Dickens fan. Fanatic, maybe not, but fan. Oh, maybe fanatic. But anyway, I love Charles Dickens. I love everything about him. He was a writer who, at the time in the 1800s in London, he was wanting and did expose the social and gender inequalities and injustices in London at that time. And he did it in such a way, it was scandalous. It was scandalous at that time, for sure. But he did write it in such a way that it was often stories of mystery and intrigue, with these threads of being socially aware and the social injustices and the gender inequality. He was a marvellous writer, but we can talk more about him later in future videos. I am going to put it out there that I believe Shankari Chandran is a modern day equivalent to Charles Dickens. Hear me out. Modern day equivalent. And the reason why I say that is because this novel also showcases the current and historical injustices socially, racially, economically, all of the injustices that humans experience and that we're all aware or should be aware of. It shows you some of the characters in this book. It shows you the prejudices that they experienced in Australia as immigrants, but also in their own country. So they had it twofold. It shows you the racism that any country has. I believe every country, humans are humans, and they, no matter what race they are, they will be. There are racists in each society, in each country, to a lesser degree, to a greater degree, but this shows that racism in Australia. And it's very well written because it's not in your face. It is a thread that runs parallel to other threads of the story. I am so happy that she won the Miles Franklin. I hope she wins many more for this. It is a great read. I loved it. So if you have actually read it, I'd be interested to hear what you think. And if you haven't, I recommend you buy it or put it on your Christmas wish list and read it. Or if you think somebody else may be interested, buy it for their Christmas gift. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I was engrossed in it. I was committed throughout the book. It was a lovely read. It was a sad read. It was a happy read. It was a great read. I recommend it. So, another Australian. Now, two more sort of classic type books I wanted to show you is, now, how can you possibly have Christmas without Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol? This one I bought from the book grocer in Melbourne earlier this year in preparation for my Christmas reading. I have read A Christmas Carol in the past, but I wanted to read it again, and I don't know where my copy is. So I bought this one. It was a really good price too. I think I bought it for $5 or $3 or something. So it has other stories in it, but I bought it for Charles Dickens, one of my favourite authors. He and Jane Austen, who also made people aware and wrote about and made people aware of injustices, gender essentially in gender injustices in her time. But we'll talk about that later. Now is not the time to go into that. But Christmas Carol, love it. This one, I've put bookmarks in here because there are 3 stories in one. This is The Christmas Thief and Other Stories by Mary Higgins Clark and Carol Higgins Clark. Now, just show you that. It's very wintry. Mary Higgins Clark is well known and a great writer of lovely, comfy stories. So I bought this at the beginning of the year in preparation for my Christmas read. So I recommend this because I have read it. I have read 2 of the stories. I've got 1 more to go, and they're lovely. They're really gentle and really nice reads. So I recommend those. So that's it for today. If you have liked this video in any way, for whatever reason, please do like and subscribe. It's free to subscribe, and it just helps the channel and subsequently helps me. So that would be great. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you've had some information that you've received and perhaps thought about given you some thought about Christmas gifts. I will leave you. We are off to Melbourne to pick up the Christmas Advent Calendar books, crime fiction books, from the book grocer, so that we can bring them back here, unwrap them each day from the 1st of December to the 24th of December. At least six of those books I'm giving away to you. There will be, in further videos from this, there will be information in the description box below, so that you can message me and let me know if you're interested in one of the books. The books are for free. You will be asked to pay post. So have a wonderful day. Have a great lead up to Christmas. I will see you in further videos, of course, but I'm wishing you a great lead up to Christmas now because it's getting exciting. And have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye for now.